This is the field we worked in today. I don't know how many acres it is. We need to ask the foreman, but I walked half of that field today, and it's on a hillside, and I cut down pollonizer trees. And we will do the other half tomorrow. I guessed it to be 30 acres. Victor said, it's 100 acres. I don't think it's 100 acres. I know it's not 100 acres. But it is a challenge. That hillside and that chainsaw and me is a challenge. We are in the lower Columbia Basin today. We struck out about 5 o'clock this morning. And it's 2 hours from the house down here. And you get an idea of the size of this field. You can see the rows and where they end. And they go all the way over to, there's an open field just on this side of that windbreak over there. Windbreak, can you see the windbreak? There they are, the tall trees. Okay. What we're doing is pollinizers. Hate's a real strong word, and I don't want to use that, but I really dislike doing pollinizers, but they have to be done. What you see here is we're doing them on a pattern every third tree, every third row. So there's a tree right there we're going to do. They've cut it down. We'll skip 2 trees and do the next one, skip 2 trees and so on. And then we'll skip 2 rows. 1, 2, and then we pick up the pattern again. We'll do this first tree. Let me zoom back out here. Do the first tree and skip 2 and do the next tree. And it is a lot of walking. Very little grafting and a whole lot of walking. So you have to adjust the price up. And I hit the guy pretty hard because it's just tough doing all that walking. And you know, we charge by the tree. I wouldn't know how to charge by the hour on this stuff. So anyway, we upped the price, and I think it's going to work out okay. But it's a lot of ground to cover. And I've been chainsawing since 7:30. It's 10:30. I'm about ready for a break. I do real good going down the hill, though. I'm coming back up, boy. It makes me remember how old I am when I come back up. Going down, I get younger. When I go down, I get older when I come up. Somewhere out here is a grafting crew. 2 of them, actually. Jorge and Victor have split off, and they're each doing their own rows. And I don't see any grafted trees yet. Interesting deal here. These trees are vans. This is a van orchard, and I haven't grafted vans in 30 years. When I first started in this business, all there was a van, a Lambert, and a Bing. And then pollinizers was a Royal Ann and a Black Republican, and that's it. That was it. Now there's Skenas and Sonatas and Schlants and Staccatas and Coral Champagnes and Skylar Rays and Crystallinas, and they just go on, and I can't even name them all. But the interesting thing about this operation is these guys, I don't know how many acres they're farming, hundreds. They're farming hundreds, but these guys shake these cherries. And of course, it's not for the fresh market. You couldn't do that. They shake them off the stems. They shake them for a processor. So they let them get good and ripe, and then they shake right off the stem. When they're picking for the fresh market, they have to hand pick them, and they leave the stems on them. If fresh cherry has stem pull, it's cull. They get picked out at the packing shed. But these guys are growing some sour cherries as well. Van's a sweet cherry, but they grow a lot of sour cherries. I think some Montmorency's and I don't know some others. I don't know the names of them, but sour cherries, they call them, they use for flavorings, like it's the flavoring that goes in your cherry Coke and that sort of thing. Looks like somebody missed a row. No, I just haven't got to where I I haven't got to where I cut down yet. I wish somebody, Mr. Rowe. Wishful thinking. I've got a long ways to go in this field. I'm going to be on the chainsaw all day long. Anyway, just kind of filling you in on what we're doing here. A lot of ground to cover. I still don't see any grafters. Because I haven't got to where the trees are cut down. They're way over here. Goodness gracious. I thought I had gotten further than that. Wow. We'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here all day tomorrow. And I got a call from a guy in Yakima, a client down there. We've already done his grafting. Called me, he wants you to come down there and do 2 trees, and that's a 2-hour drive for 2 trees. And of course, I can't charge enough for that. I could charge him $200 a tree and it wouldn't be enough, so I'll probably just go do it and chalk it up to PR. Much as I don't want to go do it, it needs to be done. So, a couple of reindeer trees, he said, some kind of test wood they want to put on them. Guess I should feel honored that he called me, huh? Okay. Now I see some grafted trees. And there's some grafters down there way on the other end. All right, there you go. There's old Blue down there. Let's just see if we can't just cut through the middle of the orchard here. Give you an idea of how long these rows are. How long a trip it is for this old man to lug that chainsaw up this hill. There's grafts over there. It's a grafted tree. Putting 3 on each one. Seems like that's an odd number. Well, I mean, 3's an odd number, but it seems like it's odd for us to do 3's. We typically always do 2's, 4's, 6's, that sort of thing. But since we're stumping these trees, they just happen to be that size that they need 3 on there to heal it up. Hope these guys are taking a break. It's 10:38. It's taco time. All right, I'll set up the camera after a while. Maybe wind's blowing real hard down here, but that's all right. There's Jorge. Wonder if he's got his stove fired up. I don't think so. That's my part of the world today. Thanks for watching.